Hello friends, welcome on my YouTube channel. So in the continuation of previous videos of PowerBI desktop, so this video is also continuation of that part only. But in this video, we are going to focus on Power Query Editor, which is part of our PowerBI desktop only. But it is designed especially for doing transformation. So if you want to clean data, okay, then we can make use of Power Query Editor. So let me close this window. So first I can show you my data set which I'm going to use in this particular video. So you can see simple data set I'm going to use. So it is going to look like this. So you can see this is a order table data and this is my product table data. Okay, so I'm going to load these two tables in my Power BI desktop. Okay, and after it I will open my Power Query Editor. So let me click on get data text CSV. I will choose my order table. I will click on open. You can see it will look like this. So this is preview of our data set. Now instead of clicking on load, I will click on transform data. So if I will click on transform data, it will open Power Query Editor. You can see, not get worried friends. Okay, so this is nothing. This is part of our Power BI desktop only. Okay, it is designed especially for doing transformation if you want to clean data. So I will show you how can we make use of these features, these options to clean our data set. So if it is containing any null value or any other thing, okay, spaces or multiple values, so I can show you. So let me add second table also, product. Okay, so from Power BI query also it is possible to load data set front. So you can see I'm having one option, new source, right? So I'll click on new source. I will choose text CSV, and this time, okay, so it will take just few. Yes, it is getting open. Now I'll choose product and I'll click on open. Okay, so you can see now right now it is not showing me any option like load transform because I'm already in Power Query Editor, so that's why it will directly load in my Power Query Editor. So I'll click on OK. So now you can see I will maximize this Power Query Editor. So this is our order table and this is our product table. Now one by one I am going to show you these ribbon functionalities, these options. So first I have informed you if you want to load further tables, so you can make use of this new source. So new source is similar to our get data icon friends. Okay, in Power BI desktop we have get data icon. So this functionality is similar to new source. Okay, then we have recent sources. So this will let us know, okay, recent connected sources. So you can see these are our recent connected sources. Okay, now if you want to create our own table manually, so we can choose this particular option, enter data. So you can see if I will select, so it will display me these things. So I can add n number of columns and n number of rows. Okay, so let me just rename this column. Let's suppose employee ID I'm giving. Okay, so I will rename this as employee name. Okay, now I'll give this as salary. You can see, so like this I can manually. Okay, so let's suppose I will give 1 ABC. So like this I will be able to create table. Okay, so but it is not good way to manually create tables. Okay, but this is the way if you want to manually create a table in Power Query Editor or Power BI desktop. Okay, here you can provide your table name which will appear here. Now I do not want to create manually any tables, so I'll click on cancel. Okay, so you can see here. Okay, so this is our Power BI desktop, but this is our Power BI editor which we have opened. Okay, now we have data source setting friends. So here in data source setting, okay, Power BI editor is going to save our source path. Okay, let's suppose this time, okay, we have imported our data from this particular path, so it is going to save this particular location absolute path, it is going to save here. Let's suppose if we have imported data from any database and it is having some credentials. So those credentials it is going to save here. In case of SQL Server, so we need to provide server name, database name. So one time we have to provide, and second, if you want to connect twice, means second time if you want to connect to SQL Server, so it will not ask any server name or database name, because that first time whatever date server name or database we have provided, it is going to save here. Okay, so these are the options. So you can change source also. All this functionality we'll see in another video. So I will, for right now I can close this. Then we have manage parameters. So manage parameter is a high level, okay, topic you can say. Later we'll see how we can create parameters. Then refresh preview. If we, let's suppose if we append any data set in our original table, okay, now we want that particular appended data to be displayed here in our this particular table also. So for that we can use this refresh preview. Then we have this particular advanced editor option. Okay friends, so what this will do, for every transformation step in the backend, it is going to save this particular thing in this particular M language. Okay, so you can see first we have imported, so it in the backend for every step it has written in M language, okay, which is going to be saved in advanced editor. So by default prompted headers means it has prompted headers, okay, so it has taken first row as header, then it has changed the data types. So according to 200 top 200 rows, it has automatically selected the data types for our columns. So till here it will automatically, okay, done by Power Query editor means Power BI desktop. Okay, so I can say you in later part also, if you are going to perform any transformation, it is going to generate this particular M language in the backend, which is going to display it here. Now we have choose columns. Let's suppose we have n number of columns. So you can see in my particular order, this particular table, you can see these many columns I have. So what if I have 30 to 40 columns? So I have to scroll left or right, but I want one option to display me the list of all my columns. So instead of scrolling, I want a list of all the columns. Okay, so I can click this option, choose columns. So you can see it will provide me the list of all the columns which will be present in my this particular order table. So you can see these are the columns which are present. Now if I do not want any column, so I can uncheck that particular column. So let's suppose this column I do not require for my report creation, difference in days, so I can uncheck this particular column. Okay, now I'll click on OK. So you can see previously, okay, so just let me show you. Previously we have 17 columns. Now if I will remove difference in days column, now observe this carefully, left hand side. Right now in my dataset I am having 16 columns, so it has removed one column, right? So this is feature of our choose column. Okay, so it will display as the list of the columns which are present in this particular table. So those columns which we want, we can select those columns, we can check those columns. Those columns which you do not want, we can unselect, means uncheck that particular columns, so it will be get removed from this particular table, means data set. So right now I'll click on cancel. Now instead of, okay, from here choose column, if I want to remove few columns, okay, so let's suppose I will scroll here and let me see any columns which I will not require in my report creation. So everything is fine, I do not think, but let me show you. Okay, so let's suppose I do not want this particular column, order dates. Okay, So I want to remove this column. So what I will do, I will select this column. You can see I'm having option remove column. So I will select this. So you can see previously 16 columns were there, now only 15 columns, right? So here in the right hand side, for every transformation, whatever step, whatever transformation I am doing, it is getting displayed here. Okay, now I'll open my advanced editor and I will show you. See here, till here it was done by Power Editor, right? Power BI desktop till here, these three steps. After it, what I have done, I have removed column, right? With the help of choose column. Then again I have removed column with the help of remove column icon. So you can see whatever steps I am applying, it is getting displayed here. Removed other columns. So see, remove other column, removed column. So removed columns. Okay. So if I want to undo, okay. So if I want to go back one step, so I can close. Okay, I will click on this cross button. Okay, so it will land me to the previous step only. So you can see I have deleted this, but it is there. So we have retained order date column. So in the same way, friends, you can see other than this order column, you want to remove. Okay, you want only this order date column. You want to remove other columns. Okay, you do not want. So click on this drop down of remove column and click on remove other columns. So other than selected column, okay, other than selected column, no column will be present. You can see only single column is present. So I want all the columns right now. So I will click on this cross icon. Okay. So you can see I'm getting all my columns. Okay. So in the same way, till now we have seen for columns. So in the same way for rows. Okay. If you want, we can remove rows also. So you can see if I'll click on this drop down of keep rows, okay, so keep top rows. So let's suppose I want only top 10 rows from this particular table order. So I will provide 10 here. Okay, so you can see if I will click on OK, so top 10 rows are present, other rows are getting removed from this particular table. Now I will go one step back, right? Then in the same way, keep bottom rows. Let's suppose I'm having around 49 rows and I want these rows, bottom 10 rows, okay? I do not want other rows, okay? Bottom 10 rows I want. So I will go to this, I will select this table first. I can click on keep rows and I will click on keep bottom rows and I will provide here the numbers, how many rows I want to keep. So I have provided 10. Now I'll click on OK. So you can see only bottom 10 rows will be present in my this particular table. So I will go one step back again because I want all my 49 rows. Now in the same way you can see in between rows you want. Okay. Now keep duplicate. Okay. So you want to keep only duplicate rows. Those rows which are duplicate you want to keep in your data set. So you can click on keep duplicates. So you can see around 8 rows are duplicate rows in my data set. So I want duplicate rows only, so I can select this option. Okay, so I will go one step back. Now you can see I'm having keep errors. So let's suppose if any row is containing error and I want to keep, so I can click on keep errors. So you can see right now I do not have any row that is having error, means error value. Okay, so that's why it is not displaying here. Now remove rows. Instead of keeping, you want remove certain number of rows. Let's suppose instead of top 10, I do not want, this time it is reverse, I do not want top 10 rows from 11th row onwards I want all the rows in my data set, so I can make use of keep row remove rows. Okay, so I will click on remove top rows and I will provide here 10. So top 10 rows will be get removed from my data set and rest rows will be present. So you can see 39 rows, previously it was 49 rows. So I will go one step back. So this is similar to this particular keep rows friends. Okay, but it will do the reverse, means this will keep, this will remove. Okay, so this will, here we have kept duplicate rows. Here if you want to remove duplicate rows from our data set, we can remove. Okay, and other options are there. Now if you want to sort any column, okay, if you want to sort any column, we can sort also. So you can see, okay, state I want to sort this column. Let's suppose I will take this reason. Now I want to sort this column. Okay, so in ascending order, so I can select this icon under home ribbon. So you can see it has sorted in ascending order. Okay, if I want to sort in descending order, so I will choose this option. So you can see based on this column it has sorted in descending order. So I do not want to sort, I will go one step back. Now split column. So friends, you can see order ID, and let's suppose this is my tracking number. Okay, I'm having order ID and these numeric values representing my tracking numbers. I want to split, I want this tracking number in a separate new column. So how can I get? So with the help of split column. Okay, so I will choose this drop down and by delimiter. So what separating these values friends? So you can see it's hyphen, right? Hyphen is separating these values, these multiple values. So I will choose by delimiter and here I will provide my delimiter. So you can see PowerBI is enough, you can say smart, it has automatically directed my delimiter. You can see hyphen, it has automatically directed. But if you want to give, okay, manually you can choose from here also, or if you want to give manually, so you can give custom, you can choose custom and provide here your delimiter. Okay, so I will choose this each occurrence of delimiter. Whenever this hyphen is encountering, you can separate that particular as a new column. Okay, so it will create three separate columns. Okay, so in one column this first character will be present, in another column this con will be present, three character, and in separate column these numbers will be present. Okay, so whenever this hyphen is encountering, it will separate into a new column. So I will click on OK. So you can see it has created new columns, right? But instead of three columns, right, I want these two values in one column and only my tracking number to be present in separate column. How can I achieve this? So I will go one step back. You can see now I'll select order ID and I will go to split by delimiter. Okay, now instead of this each occurrence of the delimiter, I will choose this rightmost delimiter. So from right hand side, if this particular hyphen delimiter is encountering, you can separate those value as a new column. Okay, now I'll click on OK. So you can see now I got my tracking number. So I will rename this column by double clicking. I will give this as tracking ID, this column name. Now I'll rename this column also. I will remove dot one. You can see. Okay, and many options is present friends by number of characters. Okay, you can provide. Okay, from two number of characters. I want only two number of rows not number of rows, number of character to be present in this column and others will be present in different column. So you can explore this functionality. Okay, or in the coming days I will create for each option. I am going to create separate video, okay, for each functionality, for each icon. So do not get worry. Okay, so let me show you. So group by I will show you in separate video. Merge and append queries, and okay, replace value I'm going to show you in separate video. Right now please practice whatever I have shown you, these functionality once. Okay, so let me, I want to save this all changes which I have done. Okay, so I will click on close and apply. Okay, close and apply means save and close this Power Query tag. So whatever changes I have done, it is going to save and it will land to my Power BI desktop. Now you can see. Okay, so I hope you like this video. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching this video.